coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom. I appreciate the support. Let's go, let's get it, let's do it. Let's go, man. Hype me up, man. Like me up, sub me up. Let's get it. Membership me up. We can't turn up unless you turn up with me. Let's get it. Let's go, man. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Big love to all my subscribers. Big love to all my members. Day one, day yesterday. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Let's go. Let's do it. Listen. First and foremost, anybody ever tell you that in prison they won't never scared, they lying, all that's lies, right? I'm going to tell you something that really shook me up when I first got to prison. I was in the wall, you know, and that's besides seeing somebody lose their life, besides seeing dudes walk around with the Bethlehem all tucked in their pants, no supervision, no COs on the floor, nobody coming to help you. That's enough, right? But I remember, man, I might have been there about 3 months, and they came around and they was saying we was on lock, we weren't coming out, but it ain't nothing happening in our block. So I'm like, man, what we on lock for? What we on lock for? So we stayed on lock for like 3 days, right? So after about the second day that we was on lock, man, it just had this crazy smell in the pod. It was like a smell that I wasn't even familiar with, but it was like a little lingering junk, but you could smell it. You know what I'm saying? It's in the air, right? So when we do come off a lock, and at the time, like I said, I've been there 3 months. I ain't met too many people. I'm talking to a couple of people. Like I said, I knew Frog. I knew the dude that's supposed to be from, you know, down there where some of my people was, this, that, and the third. I met the dude beside me, hollering at Bobby down there. Couple of dudes in there I knew, so I ain't talked to no whole lot of people, but it be a lot of talk going on in the block. So when we come out, dudes is talking about why we went on lock, what we was on lock for, what we was on, boom. So come to find out, in the block next door, they got a dude in there, and they done said that, you know, he's supposed to be in one of them, you know, little chomos. You know, y'all know what chomo mean. I ain't got to say it on here because you know how they be doing with the restrictions or whatever. Well, anyway, you know, the guys that mess with little people, little children or whatnot, that he ain't got no business touching. So they found out that this is what the dude was in there for. So some couple of dudes and got together. They done ran in there on the dude, beat him up, bang, 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 put the beats on him, take him to his bars, because his bars in the wall. I'm in the wall. I'm in 500 Spring Street, State Penitentiary. Is bars in the wall. All doors are bars. All doors leading out, back, and everything is bars. There's no, like, complete doors. So they done beat the boy up, tied him to the bars. You know, he tied up to the bars. Stuck. He can't do nothing. There's a couple of dudes that put it on him, right? So they got him tied up to the bars. Back then, when I first came in the penitentiary, before they, you know, outlawed this, one time when I first got in the penitentiary, they had the Zippo lighters. If y'all know what that is, you know. It's that silver lighter that you see in movies where they flick the top back and, you know, light the cigarettes or whatever it is they may be. Zippo lighters. They sold them in the commissary when I first got locked up. They also sold, which is insane when you think about it now, they sold the little bottle of lighter fluid that you could put with it to refill it. In the penitentiary, they selling lighter fluids and Zippo lighters, right? This is why a lot of dudes got burnt up back in the day before I got in the penitentiary and a little bit after I was first in the penitentiary, because they selling the stuff on the commissary, right? So they tied the dudes up to the bars. They got them tied up to the bars. They just stripped them naked. And like I say, he's supposed to be messing with the little people. So they take the lighter fluid and spray it all on his balls. all on his private area in his ball, and light his balls on fire, dog. And sit there and watch him holler, scream, and yell, and the police don't do nothing. By the time the police get in there, you know, to get the dude, he done, you know, he gone. He in the upper room. But it started right there. In his genitals, man. They burnt the dude. Man, they give a whole new meaning. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And I know it ain't funny, and at the time it wasn't funny to me, but when you think about it though, what he did, you know, or supposedly did, who knows? That's the thing about the penitentiary. Say you locked up for a charge, and what if you really ain't do the charge? I know dudes literally that been locked up for things that they did not do. So who knows that? But that's what happened when you become the judge and the jury and all of this and that. But just with them knowing or thinking that that's what he was locked up for, that's what they did to him. And he burnt up, man. He burnt to his demise. And that smell was all over the penitentiary, man. And that smell was a human being. A human being, man. So when I'm out in the block and I'm moving around and dudes talking about, yeah, man, they burned him up, man. Set fire to his nuts first, man. Burnt him up, man. Sit right there and let him burn. I'm like, what the? Say what? He did what? And I'm hearing this. Mind you now, I'm 20 years old. I'm 20. I'm like, man. I remember, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It shook me up, bro. I'm like, man, these mofos in here is crazy. They crazy, because in my mind, I'm thinking like all types of crazy stuff. Like, who doing this? Dudes who do this, what, you don't never want to get out? I'm thinking that everybody in the penitentiary, I only been here a little bit of time. I'm thinking in my mind, everybody want to get out. But I'm thinking if you do something like that, do you want to get out? Do you want to get out? And then they saying ain't nobody get charged for it because they don't know who did it. When I'm in the wall, when I go in the wall in what, 87, 88, 87, it's no cameras in there, bro. It's no cameras in there. Not now time, the whole entire time I was there, did anybody come on the floor when we was on the floor. When the pod was out, no COs, no nothing. They come around to make rounds. They come around to put them funky trays in the tray slot, and that's it. When them doors open, you out there with these animals, these convicted felons, these whatever crime you could think of. They out there. They out there with you, with nobody there to help you but you. They burning dudes up, man. They dudes to death. They, you know what I'm saying, taking dudes' manhood, everything. You on your own. And I'm in this joint and I'm 20 and I'm saying to myself, man, this can't be life, bro. This can't be life. This cannot be real. And when I heard that and I could smell that smell, and every time and I'm like, man, how in the, yeah, man. They tied him to the bars, man, and lit his balls on fire. And sit there and watch him scream, yeah, nobody came to help, nobody came to save him, and they sit there and watch it like you at a bonfire or something, and they watch this dude burn up, man, burn all the way up till he ain't living no more, and they only come get him when the wreck is over and everybody get to their cell, everybody locked in, and then they coming in there and they find him like that, tied to the bars, burnt to a crisp, smoking. This is where the smell come from. They say the smoke, the aftermath. And once they told me that, or once I heard that in the block, man, when I got back to my cell, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm sitting up in this joint. It's like it got nothing to do with me. Zero. But I'm nervous, I'm like, man. And I ain't got no charge or nothing like that, but still just to hear that and know that they can get away with that and nobody be punished for it. And we only stayed on lock for like 3 days. So when it happened over there, we stayed on lock for like 3 days. After 3 days, we up and we out. We up and we out and we moving around like this ain't just happened. Everybody laughing and kikiing and ha-haing about it. Yeah, that's what he get. He messing with little kids. That's what they got, man. I wish we could find one up in here. We can burn them up. like, what is going on? You know, so I can remember being on the phone, man, and talking to my mom, and I was telling, she could hear it in my voice. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? I said, Mom, it's crazy in here, man. It's crazy in here, man. This is it's just overwhelming. It's crazy. She was like, just take your time, just be calm. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's good. God gonna get you through. You gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. You coming home, and I'm starting. And I got 2 life sentences, and and I know my mom is just trying to comfort me, but in my mind, I'm saying, coming home? How? How? You know what I'm saying? I got to make it through this first. How? You know, because I still, at the time, I had appeals going in, this, then, the third. So, you know, even though, obviously, we know none of that never worked, but at the time, you praying, you hoping, you like, man, I hope, you know, because this won't right, that won't right, that was misinformation. But, man, it's man, I'm telling you, bro, I was out of control in that joint, man, with my nerves, with my anxiety, because I'm seeing so much stuff, and you right in the thick of it, you know. With that going on, then you still got dudes in here. Every time we come out for wreck, dudes beefing, dudes chasing somebody with a knife, dudes jumping over the tier, dudes getting stabbed up, dudes is arguing about phones, dudes is, I mean, it's just money. Man, you owe me, pay me. Man, I'm telling you, boom, fighting in the park. I'm like, man, it's like you in a whole matrix, a different world. Before you even knew, the matrix won't even out there, but it's like that's what it feel like. It's like this ain't even reality, bro, but it's actually your reality. So I'm overwhelmed, but I'm like saying to myself in my mind, even though I couldn't see it, I just kept seeing it in my mind. A dude tied up to a bar is getting set on fire naked and putting lighter fluid all on his private parts, man, and just boom, just lighting him a fire. I just kept seeing that in my mind. When I was going to sleep, I was seeing it. I was having dreams about it, like, man, what he looked like, why did he, you know, what he felt like, was he, how does it feel to feel that type of pain, and then nobody help you, and you just sit there and burn to death. To death. Man, that joint shook me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It shook me. But at the same time, when it's shaking you, you got to come to the point where what you gonna do? What you gonna do to make sure don't nothing like this happen to you? What you gonna do to make sure you ain't like the joke out there laying on the floor, stabbed to death? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And these are the questions you gonna have to answer when you locked up. What you gonna do? That's why a lot of dudes fold, man, because it's overwhelming. It's a lot to deal with. And it's even more to deal with if you younger and you ain't been in it. All these dudes, and most of the dudes that was in the wall, if we had 200 dudes in the block, if it's 200 dudes in the block, man, probably about 100, 150 or better has already been down double-digit numbers in the wall where I went to. At least 150 of them. So they done been there 10 years or better. They have adapted to this already. This is their lifestyle. This is their reality. They know this is how you got to live in here. But new dudes like me and a couple of other few that's in there that's been just falling or just been down for 2 or 3 years, man, this stuff it got to been affecting them like it was affecting me. It has to. Cause I couldn't understand it, bro. I was gone. I was gone in my brain. The wall was one of the most crucial points of my bit because it was making me have to decide how I'm gonna moving forward. Because I had to. I ain't got no choice. You wouldn't have no choice if you was in there because this is gonna happen whether you want it to happen or not. This gonna happen whether you sad or happy, can deal with it, can't deal with it. Whatever the case is going on, there's no stopping it. It's mandatory you got to deal with it. So man, it just turned my whole brain, man, where I was feeling like, man, I got to do what I got to do. And if I die or if I get killed, I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be trying not to. I'm not gonna just let nobody do anything to me. I'm just not gonna let that happen. Now, is it a level of fear involved in that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you saying what you gonna do, you saying what you not gonna let happen, but you got somebody on the other end who may think different. So therein lies the conflict. So yeah, man, I ain't do no whole lot of rapping when I was in there. I ain't do no nothing. That's why by the time I got to Augusta, I already had that mentality. You know what I'm saying? When I get there and all my stuff get gone, as soon as I go out on y'all, I come back and I just snap. I just snap because I'm like, now it's the time. It's the time now to set an example, to let somebody know this ain't it. I'm not him. You not going, you know what I'm saying? And wouldn't nobody step up, but anybody would have stepped up, I would have slayed them. I would have slayed them. I wasn't thinking about going home. I wasn't thinking about nothing. I was just thinking about if I let anything go, anything is going to be able to go. And I wasn't willing to do that. And I never liked the whole block. I ain't trust nobody in the block, the first block I went in. Because I don't know who did, went up in my stuff. Whether they knew me or not, I ain't want to meet nobody. I ain't want to talk to nobody. I'm belligerent to everybody. I'm on it. I'm on it because I'm looking for something to pop off. But I'm prepared though. You know what I'm saying? So that came from the wall. Just the experiences that I had in there, seeing the things I heard in there, hearing dudes hollering and screaming, and me knowing what's going on, seeing dudes running, trying to get away from dudes that's trying to take advantage of them, seeing dudes jump across rails and hurt themselves and fall, 2 stories up, 3 stories up. Man, bruh, y'all have no idea what prison is like, bro. I'm telling you. And this off the gate. This off the rip. I'm jail, receiving, I'm in the wall. I'm in the wall just like that. Just like that, I'm dead. Can't get out, can't do nothing, can't call for help or nothing, man. So it's just it's a hell of a transition, brother. It's a hell of a transition from out here in the real world, because even when you out here in the real world and you say, oh man, such shot up the neighborhood over there, or what's the name got killed, or 2 people got killed at the club, man, that stuff be so far away from you, you just hear about it. This is not far away from you. This is right where you are. This is in your neighborhood. This is in the prison is your neighborhood. So whatever goes on in here, it's right there with you. So you're going to hear about it. You're going to see it. You're going to smell it. You're going to be able to experience it. And you just got to be able to deal with it when it come to you. And, yeah, man. But I was like, man, they done burnt the dude up. Burnt him. And I heard he was like 26, 27 years old. Gone. Burnt up. From the nuts up. So, yeah, man, that was hard to swallow right there, bro. That was hard to swallow. I'm thinking about it now in my mind. I'm like trying to put myself in the state of mind that I was in there. And then you got to go in the cell and get the door locked, and you sitting in there with nothing but your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in there with nothing but your thoughts. Like, it's crazy. You get on the floor, you work out, you trying to get stronger. You think you're gonna get stronger overnight. You think you get bigger overnight. You just work out. You trying to, you got to be prepared. And your mind goes into survival mode. Like, man, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. I'm doing everything, man. I'm working out harder than I ever worked out. Trying to keep my mind clear. I'm grabbing it. Bethlehem every now and then. Like, bam, something. You remember how Trey was in Boys in the Hood, like fighting the air and everything? I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna do in a scenario. Can I do it? Can I go through with it? And I'm like, emphatically, yeah. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to decide, man, that you're willing to take life, man. And when you come to that conclusion in your head, man, that's a, yeah, that's a crazy feeling. But when you start thinking about, the alternative of somebody taking your life, the decision becomes even easier, man. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. But I ain't going out like that, man. I can't go out like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want nobody calling my people, telling me something I'm gone, and tell them a lie about how I got gone, what happened to me, and this, that, and the third. And like I say, it stayed in my mind that nobody got locked up. Nobody got a charge. So that just told me that life means nothing in here. It means zero. Yours, mine, his. Nobody life means nothing. Nothing when you're in the penitentiary. It can be taken at any given day. Depends on what's going on. So, yeah, man. But I had burnt up is diabolical, bro. That's diabolical, bro. And just to know that people was around me that can do that. People was around me that had no problem with setting somebody on fire and sit back and watch them burn to death. These are the people that you live with. Crazy situation. Anyway, man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I don't know. Maybe you know things that happen worse. Maybe I don't know. That right there, I would be a lie to you if I told you it ain't shook me up bad. I ain't had nothing to do with me, but I was there, so I gotta pay attention to it. Shook me up. Then when I told you, I heard the Bama saying, man, we find one of them up in here, burn them up. What? Yeah, that's what you get out of that. They want to find somebody in there they can burn up. So crazy world, man. Penitentiary, man. Stay free, stay at home, man. Stay locked in, man. Get you something to do out here, man, to keep you from going in there. Y'all be safe, man. Be smart, make good decisions, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. Be safe. Duck them hooks.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. And I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.